anyone with good conscience, because I knew that Trump was going to be a mess. They said Hillary was a crook, and I don't know who these other people were that were running for office. But I wish that everybody goes out and vote for the, okay, she's saying basically vote in 2018. All right, cool. All right, and last one, Linda says, Bill Cosby did not rape those women, and they know it. Everybody knows it. The problem is Bill Cosby was messy. And because he was messy, he's paying a price. Shout out to Camille, who's standing by him till death do them part. I know that's right. I know that is right. And you know what the crazy thing about that is? She is still there for him. She is still there, and nothing is keeping her from her boo. I mean, that's what you call love. That's what you call love. And I'm just like, wow. I mean, honestly, you love somebody, you're going to stay with them for thick and thin. You're going to make sure that you have their interests in mind as well as yours. But at the same time, you got to just be careful. You got to be careful. It's just, wow. Oh, boy. All right. I think I will play something for Whitney Houston in a little bit. But I do want to remind you guys, if you have iHeartRadio, look this show up on iHeart. I want you to support me on iHeart because then they'll bring me on full time. Yes. Wait a minute. Wait. Okay, so Lamar said, you are still hilarious. I don't know if you remember me from junior high school. I happened to be on a reunion page and saw you on there. I had no idea you were on the radio. Wow. Wait a minute. He said, do you still have the flip curl? No, I don't have that flip curl no more, Lamar. Absolutely not. I don't have the flip curl. Okay, so back in my earlier years, I had something that resembled the Farrah Fawcett flip. So it flipped in the front, flipped on the side. Look, wait a minute. Why is he blowing me up like that? I had it flipped to the side, flipped to the front. Oh my gosh, you're crowning me on that. Don't tell anybody about that daggone flip curl. Unbelievable. Yeah, that was funny. He just texted, he inboxed. He said, yeah, that flip was bouncing too. You had all that Aquanet. Okay, we're going to go talk about my Aquanet. Anyway, so that was back in junior high school. Shout out to IS-25. OMG. Yes, it's so good to be able to laugh about stuff that you did back in the days. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Okay. Whew. It was funny, but not that funny. Okay, I get it. Okay. This one is from Wally. Wally says, I am a diehard Trump supporter, but this ish has got to give. He is definitely ruining the lives, not only of mine, but people that I know. I think I'm one of those fools that voted for him. I should have just stayed a fan when he was on TV. The only reason why I support him, because he says he has a good heart, but I honestly, Wally, you're losing me here. I honestly believe that Congress is setting him up so that he could get impeached. He means impeach. So he can get impeached and they could take over. I mean, I said in the beginning of the show, Wally, that I do not believe that they brought him into office to do work. I think they brought him into office so that he could disrupt and cancel everything that Barry O, a.k.a. Peanut, that was my nickname for him, Peanut. I'll tell you about that in another show. But I think that they did that to disrupt anything that President Obama did. And I think that they knew that he had the balls to do it. I don't think they could have gotten Pence or anybody else to do it. I think that they knew that Trump would have been able to do it. And that's the reason why they have him in office. He just has so much... Someone says... Wait a minute. Who's this? I think this is Ron. Ron said he just has so much dirt on him that Republicans can make him do the problematic two-step politics as usual. Absolutely. I think they know all the dirt that they had on him. I think it was just a matter of them just saying, okay, well, if we get you in office, you get to do our dirty work, and then after your dirty work, if you go to jail, too bad, too sad, we'll send you some commissary and some brown flip-flops. I think that's what the problem is, because at the end of the day, they know that he had all that dirt. They know there's still like 5 lawsuits out against him, literally 5 lawsuits out against him. So yeah. We'll be right back. It's 11:04. Here's Whitney Houston, All the Man I Need. And he knows who's this. He knows who this goes out to. I'll just give his initials, RNS Jr. We'll be right back. Yes. I love that song. That's for my baby. Yes, that's for my sweetie pie. He knows who he is. He wears that royal blue and white. I love that dude. Okay, guys. The time now is 11:08 p.m. 11:08 Eastern Standard Time, guys. We are coming to the home stretch of the show. Somebody wanted me to talk about why erectile dysfunction is not part of the healthcare. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why. But all I can say is, yeah. Again, everybody who had anything to do with that healthcare were all men. I mean, think about it. Yeah. Picture perfect for them, horrible for everybody else. So everybody who has something to do with that are men. So of course they're not going to put erectile dysfunction up there as a pre-existing condition, because they won't be able to get the little blue, red, purple, pink pill, whatever it is that they're doing. But the point of the matter is, it's not fair. So that's as far as I'm going to go into that, Leon, as it relates to the Healthcare Act. But what people fail to realize, the Healthcare Act was not President Obama's baby. That happened way before President Obama got into office. As a matter of fact, it was so before he got into office that people are trying to figure out where the heck they're trying to say that was President Obama's baby. I think the issue is he was the only one that was able to get it passed the way that he did. And it was actually called the Affordable Health Care Act. It was not called Obamacare. It was not called Barry O'Care. It wasn't even called the black president's insurance. It was called the Affordable Health Care Act because they realized when everything was crashing that people could not afford health care. And the way things are going, people are still not going to be able to afford health care because the way that they're hooking it up is going to be so expensive for those who make under, I believe they said $250,000. That makes 0 cents. Absolutely no sense to me. Why would you have it where people cannot afford their health care? It's almost like you're giving them a death trap. It's almost like you're saying, well, sorry, I know that, you really need your health care, but we really care less about you. Deuces. I mean, that's really what they're saying. And that's why I said when logic no longer makes sense. It makes 0 sense for them to say what they're saying about insurance. So, yeah, Leon, I'm not going to talk about, why that particular facet is not on the Healthcare Act, but what I will say is, it's not right. It's not right, and they need to be ashamed of themselves because what they're doing, they're playing with people's lives. And we've had plenty of comments where people were saying the same exact thing. They're playing with people's lives. Okay. We have one more thing that we want to talk about, and then after that, we're going to go ahead and close the show. Wow, people are inboxing like crazy about what's going on. Hold on, because this person said, please read this, and I'm waiting for it to finish. Okay, so Ronald Spike says, who thinks that Pence did know that General Michael Flynn made contact with Russia? I think everybody knew that. Everybody knew he had contact with Russia. And on top of that, people... someone said no music play. Oh, y'all didn't hear Whitney Houston? Oh, wow. That's crazy. I'm sorry. Oh, all right. Well, I played Whitney Houston. I'm sorry you didn't play. But a lot of people knew that there was a lot of underhand dealing, a lot of, favors, quote unquote, being made. And, I mean, at the end of the day, it's politics. People are grimy, people are dirty, and they knew exactly what they were doing. They knew about that. Oh, and speaking of grimy and dirty, so we knew that Steve Harvey, that Steve Harvey made a horrible inflammatory comment about Flint's water when a gentleman, this is a couple weeks ago, when a gentleman came on the air and made mention about the Cavaliers losing and them sucking, and Steve went on to say, okay, well, because of that, enjoy a nice brown glass of water. So people have been pissed off. He still doesn't want to apologize. He feels that he did not do anything wrong. He said it was comedy, and he didn't mean it. Well, people are still very upset. And to make it worse, Flint is now saying that, I heard you when you said it wasn't playing. I'm sorry. That means I had dead air. Horrible. They're now saying that the people who do not pay for their water bill, now mind you, this is contaminated water. You can't drink with it, and if you wash in it too long, you will actually get rashes. Like, seriously. So one of the things that's happening with it is they're making people pay the water or else. Like, I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. You are making these residents pay the bill. State board rules to make Flint residents pay water bills or they will lose their homes. Can you believe that? They will lose their homes. And some people owe up to $1,000 a water bill. So you're trying to say that you're allowing people to have poisoned water in their households, and on top of having poisoned water,